Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatley Tones Beatles channel. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me for this video. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be talking about this new magazine. Although if I was down with the kids I would be calling it a bookazine, because this is like 258 pages long, and I think when it's like more like a book than a magazine, you kind of call it a bookazine apparently. So this has been published by Mojo. It's come out this week, and it's called The Two of Us, 1957 to 2024, Lennon and McCartney. And I'll be showing you a few pages from this bookazine. I'll be showing you a few pages from this if you might be interested in picking this up. Now, I'll tell you what this isn't, because I haven't actually read it yet, but I can tell you what it isn't already, and it isn't a absolutely comprehensive story of every album in their careers. It says 1957 to 2024, but it doesn't cover every single album. It kind of cherry picks various albums and various stories throughout their careers. Now, as I say, it's 258 pages long, and it's sort of it dedicates half of it to John Lennon and half of it to Paul McCartney. Although if I was being completely accurate, I would say that the John Lennon section is slightly longer than the Paul McCartney one, which is quite surprising really when you think about the length of their comparative careers. But it does, it goes right back to, the prefab days before they were famous for both of them, and it goes through the Beatles, their Beatles relationship, and through the solo years as well. But like I say, it doesn't cover every album. So I'll show you a few pages from this. I mean, what it is absolutely, it's chock-a-block full of pictures, a lot of them in colour. They hate you if you're clever. That picture of John there as a schoolboy, and the rebel, it splits it up into various different sort of subtitles. We're going through the Beatles years here. A lot of these pictures you will have seen before, that is for sure, but it doesn't give you album reviews as such. So if that's something that you're looking for, you're not going to find it in here. But there is quite a bit of interview material as well, especially in the Paul section. Interview material, maybe as it happened around the time of the new album and McCartney 3. You say you want a revolution. We're still on the John section, and we're getting into the sort of the later days here. But it's not all about the pictures. There is a lot of text here. You would have seen that picture as well. Some stuff on the Imagine album, and now we're sort of getting on to so this section is called Revolution 71. So this sort of is the kind of the sometime in New York City stuff, the political stuff. Picture John and Yoko there, and all those sort of political type badges at the time. I am against the Vietnam War and free Bob Dylan, and power to the people, and all that sort of stuff. The John Sinclair rally there. And we're now sort of moving onto the Lost Weekend era down in LA with May Pang and Walls and Bridges and all that caper. So that is included here. The tribute to Lou Gray there The picture at the bottom there with John, Yoko and Ringo at that that tribute that happened in New York, 1975. Nice picture of John and Sean there, and picture there of the Coming Up single, which was obviously quite instrumental in getting John back into the studio. And you know, we're looking now at the Double Fantasy stuff. And then it does, you know, it does cover the events of December the 8th, 1980, and the aftermath of that, with some very poignant pictures of fans outside the Dakota. That very famous Y, well, I want to call it a poster, but it's not really a poster, placard, I suppose you could call it. And then we move on to the Paul McCartney section, which, as I say, I think it's, I haven't actually counted the pages, but it feels like it's slightly less than the John Lennon section. And again, we sort of, you know, we go through you know, the various stages of Paul's life here. We're going back to sort of Sergeant Pepper there, and that picture from Strawberry Fields video, and Apple. There's quite a lengthy section on the White Album, which goes through each of Paul's songs on the White Album. And I think that this this magazine, I think that back in 2021 there was a separate issue, one for John and one for Paul. Although I'm not 100% sure about that, because whatever happened in 2021, I must have missed it because I don't remember those. But I think that this this magazine, or bookazine, brings together those two issues under one cover. So we're now sort of getting on to the solo years for Paul. There is an interview here which I've just gone past, which where Paul talks about you know, the breakup, sort of Abbey Road, Let It Be, that sort of stuff. Section 5 for Paul sort of covers Wings Band, On the Run, Wings Over America, and McCartney 2. Pictures there. A lot of these pictures are very familiar. This is from the James Paul McCartney TV show, Wildlife, Band on the Run, and we sort of get into Wings Over America, and there is an interview here with Paul about Wings Over America, back in the studio in 1980, making McCartney 2 there. All about McCartney 2 there. Back to the Egg. That's back in Liverpool, presumably just before the start of the 1979 UK tour, which actually started at the first gig was, I think, at the Liverpool Institute, where Paul went to school. We've got Egypt Station. It's here, and we've got a section here which is called 50 Reasons 50 Reasons We Love Paul McCartney. I'll just read you one of them. Number 3 here is temporary secretary invents techno a bit. And there, you know, there are lots and lots of well, there's 50 reasons, and it goes through that, and that's probably the place where I am going to start when I actually start reading this section on the new album there. and it kind of finishes with McCartney 3 and another, and I think that's a review actually of McCartney 3. So that is the back cover there. Now, if you want to order this, you can get it from the Mojo website, and I'll put a link down in the description for this. But this costs, in the UK, this costs $13.99, and that includes postage. And I think all these prices include postage. So if you want it, if you live in the USA, it's $24.99 including shipping, and in Canada it's $26.99 Canadian dollars including shipping. There's no price on the front here in euros or any other currency, but I'm sure you can order it from pretty much anywhere from the website. Okay, so as I say, this has just come out this week, and if you're thinking about getting it, let me know down in the comments. And that's pretty much it from me. I thought you'd quite like to know about this because it is a British publication, and you should be able to either order it from the website, or maybe you'll spot it on your local newsstand or wherever you get your magazines or bookazines. Okay, well, that is it from me. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.